So this is the High Line, right on the edge of the meat packing district. If you're in this neck of the woods, the place to start is here. Shake Shack, get yourself a milkshake. They are awesome. I thoroughly recommend the cookies and cream one. Very addictive. Just going to wait for the traffic to pass and then off we go. Shake Shack doesn't do breakfast, so it's still actually closed at the moment. You always get a cheap water hot dog. I'll some brekkie for this chap here. Loads of these dotted about New York, as you can see, 2 more here. Get your halal if you want as well, which I shall avoid. Because we're off. The High Line was originally old railway tracks which were a bit derelict. The city decided to convert it into like a, I suppose you class as a park. There's lots of vegetation. It's also a lovely walk up to Hudson Yards. Should be relatively peaceful this time of day before the crowds come. It does get crazy once it gets busy. It's quite narrow. People walking both ways. So this time of day is good. There you go, they explain all the habitat around the place. Ask you not to touch them, you see the railway tracks there. There's also loads of good spots along the way where there's chairs, sit down and just people watch life go by. Come to those in a bit. Looks like I've got some workers here just replanting or attending to the vegetation. It's a pretty cool job that. Very laid back. That might be one of the most stress-free jobs in Manhattan, that. Just going to spin around and look at this sculpture. Nice. Come this time of day, you're pretty much guaranteed a bench. Come later, you might not be so lucky. But there are a lot of benches dotted about, so if you do come, it's worth keep walking and then spot one along the way. This area tends to be quite full of little carts where you can get your coffee or your juice as you commence your walk. You also get some interesting facts about the High Line. I'm too lazy to read, I'm just going to enjoy the walk. One of the beauties of this walk is that you can, at various points, just look down the streets and see the life going by. All these people either working, driving around this crazy city. There's some better spots further where you can sit down, but there's loads of these little crossover points, which are great. It does mean it's probably worth giving yourself quite a bit of time on the High Line. You can walk it relatively quickly, but you're probably going to stop quite a bit along the way to check out the views. That's New Jersey over there, and the Hudson River. If you're curious, you can check out the High Line, where it starts, finishes, viewing points, and nearest subways to get down here. I'm just going to spin round and show you some of the chairs where you can sit. Not chairs, but definitely plenty of seating options. It does get full here later on, like I said, but right now, can we pick a bunch?
Oh, yeah.
Sound of water never gets boring. Last chance for the coffee fix before Hudson Yards, but I'll wait. Pancakes and crepes smell amazing. Healthy option there with a smoothie. It's cool though, you get some like local artists who advertise their wares. Some really good prints. Okay. All right. You can even get High Line merch. Cool.
Marshall P. Johnson.
Magari è anche venuta lì così a farmi così. Carlo?
Got something about a family, well, a long story about a family.
It's like it's where no, it was the bed. Oh, yeah, whatever.
So that's where we're heading. The tall building there with the bit sticking out is the edge. Really good observatory centre up there. Get some great views up there. One of the newer ones where Hudson Yards is. It's a little bit weird because it's to the side where the other one's more centre, but still some great views. And it's pretty much outdoors. And then we shall wander down here. And this is one of the best viewing points if you want to just sit down, chill, drink your coffee or a smoothie and check out city life as it goes on around you. Good little place there, Joe and the Juice. Get some healthy juice. It's really good. Not cheap, but it's New York, so I can get used to that after a bit. This place is not cheap. But the High Line is free, so you can do this. No expenses unless you fancy a beverage on your way around. If I lived here in a bit fitter, I think this would be a great spot for jogging in the mornings. The views are amazing. It's really chilled. It's got Mother Teresa and Gandhi over there. So obviously they ploughed money into the High Line, cost a lot of money to make or build. So what happened is real estate moved in, because as usual they spotted an opportunity to make loads of money. So you have these wonderful apartments, which really are great, but they are not cheap. So the developers here got in early, or made an absolute killing off these new buildings. Not look cynical, not on a day like this, on a fine walk. Quite fancy working here, just get myself a High Line hoodie. Get a view of the Empire State Building there. Maybe it's boring, that view. Not the biggest observatory anymore, but definitely the most iconic.
I do get along with my parents very well. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Wonder how many people they employ, because there's quite a lot of Highlanders doing their thing.
You guys, you have to.
I imagine at the busiest time, because it's now early summer, so probably got the work cut out for the next few months. Make a dash of it past these two. Slowing me down.
Che poi si chiama quando va a letto.
You wanna walk?
Tis aunt. I said, tis aunt.
Quite sad when it comes to stats, so I'm interested to know what the ratio is for locals to tourists. Clearly tourists with the day, but it'd be nice to know how many locals walk this on a daily basis. Lovely pair of pants. Not sure I can pull them off.
Gue bisa gitu, biar maju aning gue.
And many, many different materials.
Yes. You're so much more efficient.
Got one more viewing spot. Not as great a view on that one, but still spin round. Get a view without anyone in the way.
Ob Mainz, das ist mit Mainz, ob die eine Partnerin haben.
Então, tem o da Vitória Sports e o outro do outro lado da rua. Start it.
So we're on the back end of the High Line. soon be coming up to Hudson Yards. So it's funny to see a son or a daughter with the parents, and they always look thoroughly bored. I suppose the jewel that it's not the coolest thing to be on holiday with parents, but at the same time, we just landed a free trip to New York, so I think I'll take it and put up with them. Okay, so I've now made it to Hudson Yards.
Hello. Hello. Do you like it?
Right in front of us is what's called the Shed, where they do various performances in there. Believe it or not, it's on wheels, so it does actually move a little bit. I'll try and show you in a minute or two as we get there. Loads of skyscrapers in this area, which is a little bit controversial for various reasons. One of them was they built the skyscrapers first, obviously, because that's what the real estate wanted for the money, sell them for businesses or what have you. Then they were meant to do a second phase where it's more residential and schools and that type of thing. And surprise, surprise, I haven't got around to doing it yet. There's the wheel on the left hand side of the building. There's one up there. We'll just finish off the High Line because there's a little bit more to it. Sounds like there's loads of construction going on here at the moment.
We're there. And I couldn't say that a year ago.
One good reason to start in the High Line where we did, going up to Hudson Yards, is if you're like me and you're a bit of a coffee lover, then there comes a point where you need to go to the loo. So there are some restrooms in the shopping mall on the right, which we'll get to later. So you nip in there. You'll be out to the shops if you want. It's not cheap, but there's some nice shops in there, and there's some coffee shops and ice cream shops. But it's a great place, some really clean bathrooms. Because restrooms in New York, the public ones, are in short supply, so it's worth doing your research and finding out where the ones are that link up. Also download a couple of the apps like Sit or Squat, which will tell you where the public restrooms are. If you just hope to find one, you're probably going to be struggling, but if you do your homework before you come, you'll be in business. out something here as we look at these train tracks. So these are all live train tracks. One of the feats of modern engineering actually built Hudson Yards on top of these tracks. So again, with skyscrapers, all your money flooding in, and you can still run your trains underneath them. Genius. So that is more or less the end of the High Line. So we'll spin round and we'll make our way to Hudson Yards. A quick perusal. Still pretty quiet for this time of day.
All right.
Get a nice look there downtown. Sometimes the timing is unreal of these vehicles. Fire engine showing off there. Oh, look at my horn. Not exactly busting a gut, is it? Maybe these speed laws, I don't know. And maybe he just likes to put his lights on and sound his horn. It is New York, so that wouldn't surprise me, that option. Turn left, try not to trip over because I'm a clumsy bugger at the best times. We'll just have a quick walk on one of the train tracks that are still here. It's a really nice feature. Quickly show you some more of the wheels there. So it does move when it needs to. Not sure how often they move it. Seems a little bit of overkill, but nice feature. Unlike the job of oiling those bad boys. How much did the vessel cost to build?
Exactly, yeah. I'm like, my throat.
Just a bit of research there on the fly. I'll tell you in a minute when we get down there to seeing it. It's a staggering number. So feel free to have a guess before we get there. Power way back to the right because I went too far there. Typical man, can't do two things at the same time.
Pero
It's worth knowing your limitations, which I definitely do. Sorry about the noise, bit of construction going on. Turns out he's doing a bit of swimming. Nice. So on our right is where the shops are, and if you go to the edge, you'll go into the shopping centre and follow the signs in there. Anyway, I'll just have a quick glance at this bear over here. You also get the vessel in the background, which is relatively new and a little bit controversial. So apparently it cost $200 million to build. So they opened it to public a few years back. Unfortunately, a couple of suicides. One of them, a young boy, he was about 14, decided to jump off on the top and he killed himself, and a woman also did the same. So they closed it for about 2 or 3 years. It's now reopened. It's about $10, $10 and $14 to enter it. You can't get all the way to the top, and there's now like mesh netting all the way around, so try and hinder any more incidents. You get some great views of it. Or it's not as good as it could be because you only get so high, but yeah, still pretty impressive. Once you're done here, there's just like a 2 or 3 minute walk to the subway 7 train, getting back towards Times Square and Grand Central, roll into Queens. One of the few subways that runs parallel rather than up or down. And we'll look at the vessel there. I think we'll call it a day because I'm not going shopping in that shopping centre. It is very nice, but ultimately a shopping mall is a shopping mall. But feel free to go in there if you so wish. Thanks for watching. Hopefully catch you in the next one.